I know with numerous times where I've talked in interviews and things like that, if I just mention that I've had any sort of Spanish experience, it puts you ahead of the pack. Right now, there's been a huge rise in the Rosetta Stone. I'm sure a lot of you guys heard about Rosetta Stone software, where almost every company you go to, now you'll see that they have that Rosetta Stone software offered there. But if you've already started out in Spanish, I mean, we started to do the Rosetta Stone, and even having your 4 years of high school Spanish, you can skip almost the entire beginner's program and stuff like that. So what you learn from those kind of programs are literally just kind of a pieced together version of Spanish. You have to actually use your Spanish in conversation, and it gets to be a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. For example, we have a member of, it's one of our alumni now at Phi Alpha Pi, but his name's Juan Aguirre, and he came here. Spanish was his first language, learned English, he speaks both fluently. But anytime he's around here, we always just talk in Spanish, and he said it's always nice to be able to stop speaking English and talk in Spanish, and just kind of, it's good for me, it gives me a chance to practice. It's kind of fun. It's always nice to expand your knowledge, what makes you different, what really sets you out from everybody else. And it's really pretty simple, and it's one of those subjects where some people can't comprehend math because of the functions and things like that, but naturally learning another language, you begin to find your brain subconsciously doing things like, I'll be writing, and randomly, as I'm writing in English, I'll write a random word in Spanish just as I'm going through, because your mind's still working on that. And it helps to just broaden your knowledge. Like I said, it's just kind of fun. This is my little cartoon where they just say business spoken here. It's basically, it kind of made me think of the fact that a lot of times people aren't willing to change. They still have this old traditional method of, if you want to do business with me, you do it in my language, and nobody's really breaking to the newer traditions of what we're seeing now. But everything is becoming foreign markets. With our market struggling as well, we need to be able to be on the forefront of actually trying to become bilingual. I mean, you look at these kids who are over and all that stuff, they're literally learning English at the first grade level. And it's like we have some Spanish programs that I've seen at elementary schools, but those are all being cut just like the music programs. In fact, those are often the first to go, which I think is devastating to me, because there's no way it can't benefit you to know another language. Like I said, this is a picture of me in high school, rocking my college tee with only one L. But yeah, basically, this is my chance to kind of tell you guys. What I had a lot of fun with in high school was the fact that I had like 3 or 4 friends who were in Spanish class. So as we started to learn Spanish, we always thought it was fun to try to talk behind people's backs in Spanish without them understanding. You try to like talk about what's going on and piece things together. And in my opinion, if you're interested in kind of starting Spanish on campus here, and you aren't really sure if you'd want to go into a class, there are always smaller classes, which is nice. I think the average Spanish class in here right now is 4 to 5 students per teacher. Yeah, it's pretty small. But the nice thing is you're just sitting down with the teacher, almost having conversation, learning the vocab. If you're struggling with anything, she can take you aside and talk to you. She knows exactly where you're at as far as your level. But I mean, grab a group of friends. You'd be surprised how many of your friends say, oh yeah, I used to take that in high school, and yeah, I guess I never really thought about continuing it in college. It's 3 credits, but to me it's a lot of fun. It's actually something that kind of changes that whole standardized, go to a research book, learn a topic, and then regurgitate the knowledge. Here you're actually trying to learn something, comprehend it, apply it, and then it's going towards your future no matter what major you select. There's no major where it wouldn't help. Music majors, they have to read all different kinds of foreign languages to be able to sing, to do all these other scores and everything like that. Oh man, I mean, any major it can benefit. Educación. Once again, I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out that I'm talking about education here. It's pretty funny how easily these words transfer over. Tradition, they're all pretty simple transitions, because a lot of the languages, root words come together. But everything's on the rise right now. Here at Olivet, they're trying to really kind of up this Spanish-speaking developments. There's also, I mean, any language is beneficial. German, French, all these are going to help out. It's just the most common one that we're seeing right now is Spanish. I mean, and we're quickly becoming minorities, even just as Caucasians. It's not, nobody's really just Caucasian now. There's all these different backgrounds everybody's tied to. I think everybody knows somebody at least who speak Spanish almost fluently. You know, I've got aunts and uncles that used to live in Guatemala. It's impressive how many people are around you that you wouldn't even think of, that you can kind of tap into and talk to further your own education. And like I said, if you want to go into any business, it'll throw you to the top right away, being able to be more of a threat, you know, a dual language speaking individual. And basically, in conclusion, what I really want a lot of you guys to do is just at least contemplate. Hopefully, I've made you think about the fact that you've all experienced Spanish in some way, or any other language. I just really want you guys to kind of contemplate the thought of maybe continuing on, or even if you just kind of look at the Rosetta Stone, or if you get interested when you start a new job, just say, hey, do you have any materials that you'd offer through the company? A lot of times you don't even have to pay for them. So it's a great time to at least, you know, further yourself. You may not stay at that company, or if they see that initiative to go out and learn another language, then they'll definitely look at promoting you. So I hope that all of you will soon be speaking Spanish with me here on campus.